It's my turn to take my dish into the judges. My croquembouche is starting to slump on one side.
Is it all right, mate?
Yep, and it may actually collapse in front of the judges.
Tom, what happened?
When I actually took it out of the mould, it actually sat up okay.
Yeah.
And then it's slowly starting to slump on one side.
How do you feel you went?
Look, I'm disappointed because the unevenness of the profiteroles, but I'm happy with the caramel, but I actually ran out of the caramel at the very end to actually do the spun sugar as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
It's very, very hard for a first-timer to do a croquembouche. This is a tough ask. And it's a shame that he's turned it out and it hasn't quite worked as it should have done.
Yeah.
It's light and dark. That means the profiteroles are almost overcooked and slightly burnt on this side. This could taste awesome. Let's dig in. They actually don't taste bad. Because the filling is sweet, the custard itself is really nice. He's done a really good job, but not an exceptional job.
In terms of flavour, nice. You know, OK, the presentation isn't quite there. It's leaning, and he hasn't finished it with the spun sugar. He did let himself down a little bit with the colour of some of those profiteroles.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn. The judges said the final dish should look or resemble a ballerina. Mine looked like a ballerina with a bit of a limp, I think, because the bottom was a bit funny.
Chris, there's a little bit of a kink to the side.
The bottom three profiteroles on one side just gave in a little bit too much. Yeah, I had to prop it up with a bit of toffee.
On there.
Yeah.
Oh, OK. How do you think you went?
Pretty well. I'm really happy with the taste.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
It's all up to them. My fate is about to be sealed.
He's managed to spin some sugar. He's managed to even put these little sugar beads on there, so to speak. It looks a little bit like a ballerina. Shall we taste?
Yeah. At least the caramel's crisp. That's it. Really nice, actually. But the profiteroles are underbaked. They're a little bit doughy. The custard's excellent, really nice, smooth, creamy, vanilla. The caramel's a touch light, but it's still crisp and crunchy. And I think for a man that doesn't cook desserts, that's pretty damn good.
For me, the profiteroles aren't crispy enough. They're just a bit droopy. They're a bit soggy.
Yeah, he was overly cautious, wasn't he?
Overly.
It's my turn to take my croquembouche to the judges. I think they will have a go at me for giving up so early on in the game.
Just do it. Pick yourself up and let's go. Yeah? All right?
Po, how do you feel? What a huge day for you.
It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for me today. I managed to still plate up the croquembouche. I don't know how I did it, but...
Did you nearly give up?
I did nearly give up. When you really try and put your heart into something and it doesn't turn out, yeah, it's really upsetting.
I don't know why it affects me so much, but I guess it shows how much I really do love cooking and how much it does come from my heart.
Look at your hands. Oh, my goodness. Have you burnt them all?
I have burnt all these fingertips and, yeah, just a few of these from doing the spinning.
OK, take your burnt fingers and let us taste this croquembouche. Go on, off you go.
Thank you.
Po.
I'm cooking for my life in this challenge. For me to fail in this is terrible.
She's done a fabulous job of the spun sugar and these lovely little flowers placed all evenly over the croquembouche.
Shall we taste?
Yeah. There we go. Caramel is absolutely bang on. It's crisp, it's crunchy, and perfect toffee flavour. The custard is really good. I reckon that's the best custard I've tasted so far. The profiteroles, surprisingly, and I'm looking for a problem in terms of having seen the first batch that have gone into the oven and knowing they weren't right. These are much better.
Wow, for someone that was just about to throw the towel in, you know, the creme pâtissière is delicious. I love the colour of the profiteroles. If that was put in front of me at a wedding,
you'd be pretty impressed, wouldn't you?
I'd be pretty impressed, and I wouldn't know what happened back in the kitchen.
Based on looks alone, compared to the other three, I'm really disappointed with how mine looks.
Julie, how you feeling?
I think the first one I put toffee on and it stuck and it held a few more in there with it, and so that destroyed the top of it. And I think I may have put a little bit too much toffee on the profiteroles, so they might be a bit hard to eat.
We'll speak to you later.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jen.
I actually feel pretty vulnerable at this point.
Look, I think it's got to taste fabulous if we're going to get over the fact that she did have a major error at the end and broke the top of the croquembouche.
Well, let's hope it tastes great.
Yep.
Gary, go back in for seconds.
Look, we know what happened, but you know what? Those profiteroles are absolutely bang on. They are light, fluffy, marshmallow-like in how they've risen. The only letdown is that it's short, it's missing its top. But it tastes absolutely bloody sensational.
That is spot on. I know qualified chefs that would struggle to do these. Are fantastic. The presentation is a little bit lack, but she just pulls it through with the flavour.
Yeah.
And for me, that means a lot.
People are getting emotional waiting in the room, and the reality of elimination is actually hit.
I think we know that we've got two that have done really well today.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think we've got two that have made some mistakes.
Yeah, totally.
And we've got to make a decision about who goes home today.
Yeah.
I get that horrible sinking feeling that one of us is going home.
4 of you sitting in front of us today are possibly the best cooks in this competition. You got through to the top 10. You've done exceptionally well, and yet one of you is going home today.
This is actually the first time I've faced a pressure test. I didn't realise how horrible it was. I didn't understand what the other guys who'd done it before were going through. And that pressure's just ridiculous. I don't wish it on anybody.
Tom, the creme pâtissière had a fantastic flavour. Tasted of vanilla as it should. And the caramel that you put on the croquembouche was crispy, crunchy, had an excellent colour. You were just let down by the profiteroles. Some were overcooked. In the invention test, Tom, you were given the task with Julie to prepare a 2-course meal.
An uninspiring dish, Tom. Sorry to say.
Great dish, really enjoy it.
Thank you.
Your entree is the reason why Julie's standing here right now.
The entree, which you were looking after, didn't work.
No.
If Julie goes home today, how will that make you feel?
Look, it's a hard question.